Greetings everyone, my name is Dr. Jason Freeman. I'd like to welcome y'all to my channel. Back in January of 2023, James Gunn said this.
Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous WildStorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes.
And like a lot of people, I asked, who the heck are the Authority? So the Authority was published by DC Comics under the WildStorm imprint. WildStorm was an independent comic company that was started by the artist Jim Lee in 1992 and was sold to DC Comics in 1998. The Authority debuted in a 12-issue run that went between May of 1999 and April of 2000. This team was made up of former members of StormWatch, which was basically like a Justice League equivalent in WildStorm Comics. The team was led by Jenny Sparks, also known as the Spirit of the 20th Century. She's a Londoner who ages slowly and has the power of electricity. You also have Shin Lee Min, also known as Swift. Shin is a Tibetan former pacifist who has wings and talons like a bird. There's Jack Hawksmoor, an American who's connected to cities and he gets his powers from cities. There's the Engineer, who's also an American. She replaced her blood with nanotechnology and can use it to create technology like guns and spacesuits. There's the Doctor, a wizard who's connected with all the former doctors who can call upon their knowledge for the entirety of human history and even from before. And lastly, there's the Midnighter and Apollo, who are gay romantic characters who are WildStorm equivalents of Batman and Superman respectively. The group travels through an interdimensional realm called the Bleed, on a recovered spaceship that is somewhat conscious called the Carrier that is powered by a miniature universe. And it can use these teleportation doors that can take them basically any place on Earth at any point. And so they use them in various missions to kind of get the drop on the bad guys. Now, one big difference between the Authority and the Justice League is that they have no compunction or kind of reluctance to kill. In fact, as I read through the Authority comic, I noticed, the Authority comic, I noticed that most of the villains, if not all of them, did not make it to the end. Now, after that initial run at the beginning of the Authority Volume 1, you have them kind of come back again for kind of a second half of that particular volume, and they're now under the leadership of Jack Hawksmoor. Now, during this run, they fight a variety of enemies, including an even darker version of the Authority, if you can imagine that was created by the G7 nations to counter the Authority's interference with the activities of their governments. And at the end of the run, the Midnighter and Apollo get married, and spoiler alert, they adopt the reincarnated version of Jenny Sparks called Jenny Quantum because Jenny Sparks actually died at the end of the 12 initial issue run. Now, in subsequent comic versions of the Authority, you have a variety of new members as well as new adversaries. But the most interesting new development is the inclusion of the Authority in the main DC universe continuity. In Superman and the Authority, written by Grant Morrison and published in 2021, we see Superman form a new version of the Authority with the anti-hero / supervillain Manchester Black. With this new team, Manchester Black brings on the Midnighter and Apollo. And so yes, we get to see the original Superman team up with his WildStorm counterpart, Apollo. And I have to say, the meeting was pretty cool. I was actually glad to see that. My guess is that James Gunn is going to pull a lot from this particular comic because, as the Hollywood Reporter has kind of put out there as kind of a rumor, we're going to see the live action debut of the Authority in Superman Legacy. I can see the Authority acting like a DCU version of the Suicide Squad or the Boys. And so while the Justice League can be the non-threatening face of superheroes, you can have the Authority as the covert force that goes in and deals with enemies in ways that will be horrifying to the general public. If you found this video interesting and informative, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, please share this video. And if you have any questions about the Authority or any other aspect of the DCU, please leave those questions in the comment section below. Or you can ask James Gunn directly. He has an account on Threads that I go to periodically and actually really saved me from embarrassment based on a theory that I thought might be true, and he later pretty candidly or pretty clearly dispelled. Thank you all for your time and have a wonderful rest of your day.